Radha Sudhanidhi, verse 204. All glories to the real blissful jewel of King Rishabhanu's dynasty, who is a great bestower of blissful, amorous love rasa, who sometimes shouts, sometimes greatly shivers, and sometimes calls out, Shyam, Shyam.
On this side.
Yes. While her hairs stand on end of ecstasy. All glories to the real blissful jewel of King Rishabhanu's dynasty,
Why not together?
who is a great bestower of blissful, amorous love rasa, who sometimes shouts, sometimes greatly shivers, and sometimes calls out, Shyam, Shyam,
Here's my blue pillow.
while her hairs stand on end of ecstasy. The bestower of great, blissful, amorous rasa. Commentary. When the vision subsides, great agony arises in Sripada's heart. Humbly, he thinks in external consciousness. As a result of some indescribable sukriti, I attained the great fortune of the relish of the Yugala Madhuri. Now again, I am suddenly deprived of this fortune as the result of some powerful duskriti, meaning bad word. Shyam has now dressed Sri Radha, and Radha has, with the help of her maidservant, also dressed him. Both are absorbed in relishing each other's sweetness. Seeing how Hanagara is absorbed in admiring her beauty, Swamini smiles gently, causing nectar to drip from her lotus-like mouth. The greedy Nagara impatiently draws Swamini's face close to him and starts drinking this nectar with the cups of his lips. This causes Srimati to make inarticulate sweet shrieks with which she gives great joy to Shyam Sundar and her maidservant. Ecstatic symptoms like shivering and standing on end of the hairs become more and more visible on Srimati's transcendental body, while she relishes Shyam's sweetness. And sometimes she sweetly cries out, Shyam, Shyam. The word alapanti in the text is derived from the word alapa, It is said, Chato Priyokapir Alapa. Sweet, flattering words are called Alapa.
So Radha is the bestower of nectar. Bestower means the giver. She's the one that brings it, that transmits it, that shares it. And what causes her to do this? It's explained. While they're getting dressed again, Sham admires her, sees her beauty, and is pleased by the beauty. He smiles and she smiles. And when he is pleased by her beauty, then the nectar starts coming from her mouth again. So more loving nectar is created when Krishna has pleasure from her service. And this is what this alapa is. But the words of beauty, the words of recognizing the beauty creates more love. More beauty creates more love, which creates more beauty, which creates more love. Yeah.
Srimati flatters Shyam as follows. Listen, O Shyam, I'm bound up by your love, and I don't care for anyone else but you. In sleep and in dreams, I see your form, and in delusion, I draw your form in the earth. Sometimes, when I sit between my superiors, I accidentally hear your name, and my heart becomes startled. My body is studded with goose pimples, and tears stream from my eyes, and I am eager to stop these emotions. Oh friend, whether it is day or night, I cannot forget you. Nandidasa says, I decide to keep you in my heart. Sri Krishna replies in a suitable way. Oh beautiful girl, what are you saying to me? I have become absorbed in remembering your love. My mind is not calm. It is always disturbed, and I cannot find relief. I see you in the sky, on the earth, and in all 10 directions. For finding you, I'm wandering over the hills, across the rivers, and through the forests. I don't think of anyone else but you. Whether I eat or sleep, I always think of you. Listen to this love story. O Vinodini. We are one soul in two different bodies. Dasa says, gone is a duality between them. When Srimati hears Shyam Sundara's words, a golden luster gushes out from her lips. They are adorned with so many different ornaments. Ecstatic love, called Bhavalankara.
Green cucumber also.
Radhika is overwhelmed
Like sandwich
by
cucumber.
feelings of loving ecstasy.
Get cucumber.
Pramada Danodama Rasada means she gives the rasa of great amorous felicity.
Happiness means felicity.
Huh?
Means happiness, felicity.
Rasa?
This Madana is the youthful, transcendental Cupid of Vrindavan, Sri Krishna. Srimati gives indescribable happy, amorous rapture to him. And the maidservant always experiences that. Therefore, she says, Sat Ananda Mukti Jayati Vishabhanu Kulamani. The jewel of King Vishabhanu's dynasty is the form of real transcendental bliss. It's the end of verse 204.
Verse.
Gurudev, can you say what that is? Bhavalankara?
How feeling ornaments. How means feeling. Alankar means ornament. It was not real ornaments, but full of feelings and ornaments.
So, but Radhika feels this when she feels the Krishna looking at her, and her pleasure comes out on her skin, comes outside, becomes ecstatic. It's also very sweet. Sorry.
This is pastime to understand the flow of love, flow of exchange, not theory only. Sandarbha gives theory. Here the pastime.
It's very sweet that Krishna is completely confused. He's disturbed. He says, my mind is not calm. And then Radha, he sees Radha and he's focused, calmed. And then he thinks of nothing else.
No. Yeah.
Verse 205. When will Kishori, the adolescent girl who steals the mind of the prince of Gokula and who creates an astonishing feeling of rasa-laden devotion in our hearts, with the moon rays emanating from the toenails that are made of condensed love, give me her most confidential service, which is the crown jewel of the Vedas. When with Kishori, the adolescent girl who steals the mind of the prince of Gokula and who creates an astonishing feeling of rasa-laden devotion within our hearts, with the moon rays emanating from the toenails that are made of condensed love. Give me her most confidential service, which is the crown jewel of the Vedas.
Rasa is different than love. Rasa is different than love.
The crown jewel of Vedas, Vedas did not mention any place about the amorous pastime. They will not mention Radha's name as Sakhi.
Radha's service hidden in the Vedas. Commentary. Although the Prince of Raj steals everyone's mind, Kishori Radha steals even the jewel of his mind, and therefore she's named Mana's story in this verse.
Nana Chori.
What means?
Manas means mind, Chori means stealing. Mind is stealing.
The maidservants are very proud of their Kishori Mani, who is also known as the Prema Ganakriti, the very form of condensed love.
Yeah.
Mahabhav Chintamani Radhara Swarupa. Radha's form is made of the blazing Chinta jewel of Mahabhav. And thus there are innumerable streams of condensed nectarian love rasa emanating from her blazing, reddish, moon-like toenails, sprinkling the devotee's heart and filling them with astonishment. Chamatkarani. Astonishment experienced in her personal service. This confidential, astonishing service of Sri Radha is the great gift of Srila Mahaprabhu to the fallen souls of the age of Kali.
So what means astonishment? Means two things. Never happened before.
Yeah.
This feeling has never been felt before. And second thing, it cannot be understood with the logics.
Yeah.
It can only be understood with the soul, the heart.
Yeah. It's astonished us.
Yeah.
For example, O Goddess, I pitifully pray to you with a faltering voice of distress, falling like a rod on the ground. O Kandarika, please be kind to this fool and count him as one of your own associates. O Goddess, when covering you with a veil as splendid as a monsoon cloud, and removing your ankle bells from your feet, will I blissfully bring you to Kunja at night, where the prim with Raj is waiting for you? When, as you, the two ornaments of the three worlds, recline on a playbed of flowers and enjoy pastime of sweet, choking words, will this person massage your lotus feet? O Queen of Vrindavan, when the two of you staying under a tree by the shore of your lake, your beautiful lotus faces kissed with perspiration from the fatigue of your pastime, will I fan you both with a chamari whisk? This confidential service of Sri Radha resides on the crest of all the Vedas. But by Sriman Mahaprabhu's grace, it is now given to all the fallen souls of the age of time. This confidential service of Sri Radha resides on the crest of all the Vedas. But by Sriman Mahaprabhu's grace, is now given to all the fallen souls of the age of Kali.
Yeah. Can you explain, Gurja? It's on the crest of the Vedas, right on, Radha is right on the top, but not showing. The crest, like the crest of a wave. The very
hidden in the Veda.
Yeah.
Hidden.
But the crest, it's the top part.
Huh?
When you have a wave, this part here is the crest.
First.
This part that's about right, Mahatma? Okay. a crest
Yeah, the high point.
of a wave. And that's where Radha is in the Vedas,
High point.
but hidden.
Hidden.
The crest is too, maybe where it's like starting to, maybe it's the high point, but it's like starting to curl. So it's, maybe there's some hidden, like she could be on the high point, but actually, yeah, it's starting to break over. So she's hidden. Exactly. The high point.
Hidden, but it's
a curl.
The high
she
point.
is the high point to break.
Yeah. Wow.
Like Krishna cannot turn 50. Bhagavad Gita is also Veda. Krishna cannot understand himself without his potency. Of Krishna, every Veda say he knows the heart of everyone and he don't understand what is the point. Himself he don't understand. Without his potency is also right.
So waiting for the wave to crash. And out flops Radha.
Yeah.
Huh? Right.
The wave is the crest, comes down, and then the wave goes jush. And then there's Radha in the water.
There's actually, when the wave crashes, there's the undertow, which is actually before it was creating the wave.
The power.
And it's sometimes seen at the wave crashing.
Wow.
Glorious and blessed are those great souls who always bathe in the hundreds of nectar streams that emanate like moonbeams from the toenails of Sri Radha. The very form of condensed love that steal the splendor of millions of moons. Their hearts will be astonished when the delicious goddess of devotion arises in them.
So again astonished, again a surprise. The devotees' hearts will be surprised when they see that Radha was inside them and she comes up. She rises in the hearts.
This is the surprise.
The goddess Sri Radhika, the jewel of all adolescent girls of Raj, is the she-thief who steals Rajendra Nandana's mind. Saraswati prays, please give me your intimate service, which is the jewel of Rasa of all the Vedas. End of verse 25. Verse 206. Sri Radha's lotus feet that are willingly marked with luck, with a brush by Hari's own hand, that are praised by cowherd girls, that are very clever.
No, I don't understand. Read again.
Sri Radha's lotus feet that are willingly marked with luck, with a brush by Hari's own hand, that are praised by the cowherd girls, that are very clever, a different love place, that are hidden in the heart of the Upanishads, and that are full of dancing playfulness, are my only shelter.
Wow.
So again hidden in the Vedas, like again the verse, Upanishads.
Even in the Bhagavad Gita is hidden.
Never talks about
In Srimad Bhagavat is hidden. Only Chaitanya Charitamrita is open. Because this is the gift of in Manjari Bhava, how to serve Radha Krishna. When he was a child, he behaved like a Krishna. The Krishna is there.
Mahaprabhu.
When he grown up, he behaved like a Radha. Only Krishna, Krishna everywhere. He stopped teaching and telling Krishna. Who can say Krishna without Radha? Every place he starts looking Krishna, is Radha. Gambhira is in Manjari.
Sri Radha's lotus feet that are willingly marked with luck, with a brush by Hari's own hand, that are praised by the cowherd girls, that are very clever, a different love place, that are hidden in the heart of the Upanishads, and that are full of dancing playfulness, are my only shelter. Sri Radha's lotus feet. In the same way as Hari submissively draws much pictures of leaves on Radhika's breast, he also paints red luck around her lotus feet. Rasika Mani holds Srimati's lotus feet to his chest and applies the red lac to their souls, becoming fully absorbed in their beauty. Ecstatic symptoms like pulaka, standing on end of the hairs, and kampa, shivering, become manifest on limbs of transcendental bliss personified, Krishna, as he smells the fragrance of these feet. seeing the situation, seeing that Shyam has even forgotten Priyaji's feet, the maidservant covers her mouth with her veil and giggles. Seeing situation, Srimati says, "What are you doing? Quickly put a luck on. My girlfriends will come soon, and they will make fun of me if they see me like this." Although Nagara hears these words, he doesn't listen, and he remains in a trance-like state of grief. After the sweetness and beauty of these feet, the word kamam in the text means Hari slowly applies the leg, as slowly as he wants it. And sometimes I rub and rub the leg on these feet constantly, staring at them, making them look very wonderful. Holding these feet to my heart, I write my own name on their souls.
Yeah.
The maidservant is very proud when she sees that the great love of her mistress creates a beauty that steals the heart of even Hari, who himself steals everyone's heart with his unlimited sweetness and beauty.
Why the Mahajans are saying, I hold Radha's feet, Srimati's feet, to my heart. I write my name on their souls, on the bottom.
Who write the name?
The Mahajans. That's why I don't understand.
Read the line.
The word kamam in the text means that Hari slowly applies the luck as slowly as he wants it. And sometimes, Gasiya Gasiya Paya Alpa Lagaya Taya Niraki Niraki Avirama Rachaya Vichitra Kori Charana Hidoya Dari Haraleke Apanara Nama. Mahajans. I rub and rub the leg on these feet, constantly staring at them and making them look very wonderful. Holding these feet to my heart, I write my own name on their souls.
On
their souls, on the bottom of the feet.
who write?
The Mahajans.
Because Krishna also writes his name in the feet of Radha.
Okay.
So this we need. Radha's Krishna. So Mahajans singing separately that this feet we know. We don't need them only Krishna's feet. Radha's Krishna. Where Radha and Krishna is living together. That's it. Maharaja say we don't want to see Krishna alone without Radha. then is a godly concept. So she wants Radha's Krishna, lovers of the Radhika. When lover of Radhika is there, then how I can ask anything from him? If Krishna is only there, then we always asking to Krishna, give me this, give me this. Oh Krishna, why you not giving? Why is not happening like this? But Radha's Krishna, you lose this concept to ask anything. Then you are not Mandiri Bhav, you are again in Sakhi Bhav, a Gopi Bhav. Because you are asking from Krishna, Krishna is the goal for you. And Radha's Krishna cannot be goal to ask anything. Even Radhika we not ask. But what is happening in this circumstances, because we are the Dasi of Radhika, Krishna automatic care that Dasi not in trouble. So he cares without asking. They know the heart of everyone, so they care without talking. And Radhika also cared to her Manjari. She loves her Manjari. So this is the care that she don't need to bother for her material or other difficulties. They are not interested in that. That materially involved people living in the material concept, always he is praying to the God. I need this, my material thing all can develop. But the Mahajans not do this. Mahajan only play this feet, what is written Radha's feet. That's Radha's Krishna.
The maidservant is very proud when she sees that the great love of her mistress creates a beauty that steals the heart of even Hari, who himself steals everyone's heart with his unlimited sweetness and beauty. All the clever cowherd girls of Raj are expert in the different arts of love. Praise these lotus feet that are their very life. Srila Raghunatha Dasya Goswami writes in Vishakananda Dada Stotram, Vishakha Prana Dipali Nirmanchanakya Chandrika. The moonlight of Radhika's toenails are worshipped by the lamp of Vishakha's very life. The truth about Radha's lotus feet is difficult to find out by reading the Upanishads, for they are described in a very hidden way there. Therefore, Sripada writes, Ya Samgupta Tataya Hatupanishadam Hideva Vidyoptate. Their secrets are hidden in the hearts of the Upanishads. Sri Radha's lotus feet are the Syai Kalilamai playfully dancing. Actually, all the steps of the Rajvasis are like sweet dancing steps. Brahma Samhita says, Yavanam Nityam. Love is sweet, and Radharani's love is supreme. So her playful dancing steps are the sweetest and most astonishing. What to speak of seeing these dancing steps? Even remembering them makes the devotees' hearts and minds dance in jubilation. Sripada says, these lotus feet are my shelter.
हेलो हाँ बोलो बेटा ठीक है
Yeah, just a thought.
और तुम लोग
Dancing is so important. It's everywhere. Everything's dancing.
हाँ कोई नया खबर
The people are dancing, obviously, but feelings are dancing. Them is dancing, like you always like to say. What is that dancing? What does dancing mean? It's more than just moving around. Why is dancing so important? It's a way of talking without logics, a way of communicating without reason or feeling. Like babies, newborn babies, they're moving like this jerky. Just pure expression. They're not trying to say something. Whereas when I'm dancing, I'm going trying to say something, but the baby just moves and says nothing or everything. Why is dancing so important, Gurudev?
And ecstasy, people cannot sit, they dance. Feeling increased dance, feet is inner fit, make you to dance. Means ecstasy is higher, fit is up. And the feet is cooperating the feelings. They're like
When we're dancing with music, then we dance with the same energy as the music, same beat. So we move the body like the music's like the energy from music comes through the body and then back out.
Yes. Go on.
Verse 207. O Sri Radhe, O shower of deep love rasa, O most playful river of compassion, in the empire of freshly arisen, most powerful pastimes of great sweetness. O snare that binds the deer-like mind of the moon of Vrindavan, Krishna. O young lady love of the Nikunja, I am sold to the festival of your service.
Wow.
O Sri Radhe, O shower of deep love rasa, O most playful river of compassion, in the empire of freshly arisen, most powerful pastimes of great sweetness. O snare that binds the deer-like mind of the moon of Vrindavan, Krishna. O young lady love of Nikunja, I am sold to the festival of your service. Sri Radha's slave girl.
Wow.
Commentary. If Sri Radharani asks, what payment do you ask me for serving me? Then this maidservant will reply, the joy that comes automatically from your loving service is sufficient. I don't want any reward. Your service is a festival of bliss that exceeds the joy of sense gratification or merging with the impersonal Brahmans. Indeed, the bliss of your personal service dances on the heads of all other kinds of divine felicity.
Yeah, but this is Raghunath, Raganuga Bhakti, that the joy is automatic. There's nothing exchanged, no Amazon. It comes spontaneously, it's automatic.
Indeed, the bliss of your personal service dances on the heads of all other kinds of divine felicity. In this verse, Sripada addresses Swamini in different beautiful ways. Hey Ava Kunjanagari, you are most expert in playing new pastimes in the arbors. You will need my help in these beautiful pastimes. in which you worship Krishna most expertly. Please bless this maidservant with the festival of your service. It is as if Sri Radha is never satiated with her love and asks, Vrindavan Chandra, Krishna, is most difficult to attain, and so are the loving pastimes with him in the Kunja. How will your aspirations for this Kunja service be fulfilled then? To this, the maidservant replies, He Vrindavan Chandra, Chitta Harini Bandha Surat Bhagavata. You are the news that catches the deer-like heart of Vrindavan Chandra. Your enchanting beauty and sweetness is like the enchanting song of a hunter that lures the deer-like heart of Vrindavan Chandra and ensnares him. The hunter spreads the net out in an unseen way, and the deer innocently gets ensnared in it. But your obvious beauty is like a snare that makes the deer-like heart of Krishna fall into the trap knowingly and willingly. And when Srimati asks, the only thing that causes Krishna's heart to be trapped voluntarily is pure love. But I don't have such love. How can he be bound up by me? Then the maidservant replies, You are the Sandra Prema, the Sauga Vasini, the fountain of deep love and rasa. Your love is most powerful and is filled with the prowess of the best pastimes in the empire of great, ever-fresh sweetness. You can fulfill all the amorous desires of Krishna, who is Sringara Ras, amorous flavor personified. For you are the empress of Keli Madhuri, sweet amorous pastimes. You can bless Krishna by fulfilling desires that he couldn't even have dreamt of himself. And when Srimati asks, what is your qualification for attaining my service during such confidential Kunja pastimes? Why do you desire such a priceless thing? Then the maidservant replies, Actually, I have no qualifications whatsoever. But you are a river of compassion indeed. You are compassion personified. When I remember your compassion, I forget how unworthy I am, and the light of hope illuminates the darkness of my heart, which is filled with despair. Therefore, please forget my lack of qualification and bless me with your confidential service. That's verse 207.
Very strange, the story of the deer hunt. Shripad talks about Radha catches Krishna like a hunter catches a deer, puts a trap out on the ground, and lures him into it, catches him. But the difference is Krishna wants to be caught. So Krishna pretends he doesn't see the trap, walks into the trap, and gets caught by Radha's love.
Yeah. These are Maharaja. Maharaja means higher realized soul that he can feel it. They are Maharaja. See the essence of them in the past time. Essence of that past time.
But this reminds me, we said for Yashoda, it's hard to trap Krishna, how to find him. But here, he willingly
go to find him. Wow, this is also Mahajan give his own realization. Beautifully. Yashoda want to find him, but here he willingly go for it.
ये साधन में जो दिखे चाबी दे गया हम जगत है तुझे काले का अच्छा बुझे बात करके रास्ता से रागने होगा बाबा वो जो दीदी चाबी देगा ये साधन में वहाँ पर हम तो जगह लेकर आइए राग दे से वहाँ साधन मोड़ू जो छोटे रिश्ता था वो साधन मोड़ू है ना बाबा वो साधन मोड़ू बहुत हम क्या राग दिया
पकेगा कम
नहीं पाके से खाना पड़ेगा कुछ निकाल ना बाबा लेकिन ये फिर राग में है वो तू क्या घरों में पका नहीं चलते
पकाने
पका है चालू नहीं है पका पका चालू नहीं है कौन सा पका
पंखा से कोई दिक्कत नहीं सब पकेगा बिना
तो थोड़ा पाके जो है का अलग रख के फ्रिज में रख देगा वही पड़ेगा कांटा जो है वहाँ रख देगा पका चालू कर देंगे
पंखा नहीं चालू तब नहीं पकेगा
अच्छा
ऐसे रख
तो सब निकालेगा नहीं
सब नहीं निकालना जो पका नहीं है उसको नहीं निकालना
अच्छा
अभी निकालना है वो पका होगा वही तो फ्रिज में रहेगा कच्चा थोड़ी रख देगा तो कच्चे रह जाए
समुद्री बोलते पब्लिक आप यहाँ रखेगा हम मुझे बताइए
नहीं पकेगा तभी
अच्छा पका लेकर अच्छा से रखेगा
वो फ्रिज में रखना
I was thinking this is what surrender is. It's knowing there's a trap and we close our eyes and walk into the trap.
Yeah, wow.
We use our power to give away our power. We use our control to give away our control.
Wow.
That's really
His nature is to control, but he wants to go in this trap that he's forget to control and he goes in other control. Wow.
One more, Guru?
Yeah.
So,
So it looks small or big.
this is small, 1 page, 1.5 page. Verse 208. O Radhike, when will I hide the signs of your amorous union with your beloved from your cruel superiors by saying, my friend was picking flowers far away from here, and on the way her breasts were bruised by thorns. Her tilak was washed from her forehead with perspiration, and her lips were bruised by the cold wind. O Radhike, when will I hide the signs of your amorous union with your beloved from your cruel superiors by saying, my friend was picking flowers far away from here, and on the way her breasts were bruised by thorns. Her tilak was washed from her forehead by perspiration, and her lips were bruised by the cold wind. The clever service of Radhika's maidservants. Commentary. In the afternoon, Srimati sits at home in Yavata, suffering separation from her beloved Krishna. The pain of separation increases to such an extent that Srimati cannot tolerate it anymore, and she goes out alone on the pretext of picking flowers and fetching water for her puja, hoping to meet Shyamsundara on the way. Sripada, in his kinkari form, follows her like her shadow. Through the great power of the Lila Shakti, the mystical pastime potency, anxious Srimati automatically comes to the forest where Krishna dwells. What a wonderful service Vrindavan's wind is then rendering to Swamini by carrying Krishna's bodily fragrance into her nostrils from afar. Like a thirsty bumblebee girl, Srimati quickly follows this aroma. And when she sees Shyam from a distance, she pretends to pick flowers, decorating herself with bhava bhusana, ecstatic ornaments, like Lalita and Vilasa. She pretends to be shy and afraid when she sees Shyam, and acts as if that she has just come here to pick flowers for her puja. Shyam Sundar and the maidservant drown in the rasa of topmost bliss when they see Srimati's sweet mood at that time. The jewel lovers, Krishna, become so attracted to the sweet mood that he comes up to Srimati and says, "Who are you? Why are you ruining the beauty of my garden by picking flowers here, breaking all the tender sprouts?" Hearing these choking words of restless-eyed Krishna, Srimati softly says, "I am picking flowers for my puja. Why are you stopping me?" And hides out among the blooming mali vines at some distance. Krishna comes up to her again and says, "I am engaged as a garden keeper here by King Cupid. Every day, flowers are stolen from this garden, and now I understand that you are that thief. Today I caught you, and I won't let you go." Srimati says, "O lotus-eyed one, I am a housewife. Don't touch me. Look, the sun is slowly going down. I have a lot of work to do at home, so let me go. O golden beauty, show me all the wealth that you have stolen from King Cupid. How many flowers have you hidden in your braid and in your bodice? Come here, and I will personally investigate. After that, you can go home." Srimati then says with false anger, "O shameless guy, what Cupid are you speaking about? You are the Cupid of Vrindavan. I have a friend named Brinda, and this garden belongs to her. Therefore, it is named Vrindavan. Everybody knows this. What right do you have to stop us from picking flowers in our own Vrindavan? Quickly, get out of the way. I'm going home." Krishna says, "O slender beauty, don't speak like that. King Cupid has a very angry nature, and can he cast the young girls in great waves of terror? If you want to save yourself from his grip, then quickly enter into my bower house, which is protected by intoxicated, heroic bumblebees." When Srimati hears these joking words of her beloved, she becomes filled with delightful amorous desires and cause her veil to fall off and her braid to loosen slightly. She gives Krishna the greatest pleasure with her stammering, emotional words. The maidservant then arranges for Radha and Madhava's amorous meeting in a nearby bower house. After which, Srimati quickly returns home, terrified of a possible punishment meted out by her cruel superiors. When Srimati returns to her husband's home, her suspicious sister-in-law, Kotila, sees the signs of Krishna's lovemaking on her body and starts to chastise her. How can a maidservant to whom Swamini is dearer than millions of lives tolerate this? She cleverly conceals these amorous signs of Srimati's body by saying, "O Kutile, why are you uselessly chastising this innocent, chaste, and tender-natured girl? She went to pick flowers and fetch water for her puja, but on the way, her breasts were bruised by thorns. Her sweat drops caused her tilak to be washed from her forehead, and the chilly wind on the bank of the Yamuna dried and bruised her sprout-like lips. These are not signs of an amorous meeting with some paramour. What a wonderful service the maidservant renders to her Swamini by using such clever words. Sometimes, Srimati also personally conceals amorous signs from her enemies. O sister-in-law, I cannot tolerate your slanderous insults anymore. Jatila questions, why does a world-enchanting housewife like you go every morning to Yamuna? And why do you return home so late, only at nightfall? Radhika retorts, in the morning, I saw a lotus flower, which was nice to give to my mother-in-law. So I went out to pick it. In the daytime, the lotus flowers are swarming with bumblebees, and they have bitten me. Explaining Krishna's bite marks. The thorns around the lotus flowers scratched me, and thus I lost my bangles. I went into the water to look for them, and in this way, the whole day was lost. Just see, my whole body is bruised because of this one lotus flower. Krishna. Thus ends verse 208.
Wow. She also said the fact. She not lying, but Jatila not understand.
Sweet.
Which is pastime is happening in Kusum Sarovar. Flower. Kusum flower, garden of the flower, where she goes to do this, pick the flowers. That place is Kusum. Jai Jai Shri Radha.